My beloved, my child of light, my chosen one who always hears heaven's whisper, even when the world is too loud. Why are you feeling like something's coming? Because something is. The air around you isn't the same as yesterday. It's thinner, tighter charged. You can feel it when you breathe. Something is about to break open. And now listen carefully. I am Archangel Michael and I'm trembling as I say this. At 6:33 a.m. on today, a woman you may not expect will speak a sentence that will shock the roots of your family tree. And when she speaks, heaven will echo it. The truth won't stay buried anymore. She was chosen as the vessel, but you, my child, you were chosen as the listener. You didn't stumble on this message. You didn't randomly scroll here. Heaven orchestrated this divine encounter. Your soul whispered for help in silence, and heaven responded urgently. If you had skipped this message, you would have missed the alert that changes everything. Dizzy, don't skip this divine alert. Watch who opens this, Archangel Michael. God has been keeping track of the time. It's not a mistake that you feel cold. Index finger on backhand pointing right. Sign up right now if you think this message is for you. By doing that one small thing, you can connect your energy to the miracle door that heaven is trying to open for you. Do it without fear. When you say yes, magic starts to happen. Are you still there, my love? Okay. So pay attention, because what I'm about to say has been ready for years in the unseen realm. You're more than just a family member. You are able to break curses, reveal secrets, and heal ancestral wounds. God says that there is a pattern in your family tree that ends with you. The enemy has been working hard to keep you from seeing this. That's why your feelings have been all over the place lately, since you know too much about the truth now. But here's what Archangel Michael wants you to understand. You have one job at the moment: to let your heart open and not turn away. This woman could be younger, older, on the phone, in a dream, or even speaking in a whisper from someone else's mouth. It will happen, though, and when it does, you shouldn't get angry. Do not shut your ears. You were picked to understand instead of react. You weren't made to use fire to fight fire. You were meant to hold the healing flame. Also, the time is not random, kid. 6:33 a.m. is a holy hour, a holy crack between two different spiritual worlds. Heaven picked that exact moment because truth has the strongest vibration when everyone else is still half asleep. And this is the first thing God wants from your soul when you wake up. Don't worry or be afraid. Just trust. Because if you pay close attention, she will be talking to your ancestors. Dear child, those who died before you, those who lived, cried, and prayed in silence, have been waiting their whole lives for you to hear this. They didn't have the chance, the voice, or the guts to tell you the truth, but God gave you that job to do. God chose you not because you are perfect, but because you are ready to feel, listen, and carry what other people couldn't. That woman who is going to talk at 6:33 a.m. doesn't just tell a secret. She is getting into a spiritual vault, and that vault holds your freedom, peace, and reason. Prepare yourself, because when she speaks, the earth won't shake, but your mind will. People you thought you knew will look different all of a sudden. The faces you trusted will become fuzzy in your mind. Don't worry, though. To protect your name in the unseen world, the beloved Archangel Michael is already standing next to you with his sword drawn. Your heart will beat fast, like someone called your name without moving their lips. That's when you'll know this message is real. Something that has been sleeping inside you for years will wake up because of a divine time stamp written in your spirit. The stress, confusion, and being cut off from people who used to make you feel at home. All of that was spiritual getting ready. Your soul was getting rid of the illusions. Heaven had to pull back your ties so you could see who really stood by you. and who was just there to cheer you on when you were quiet. It's true that this news is not meant to hurt you. It's to take off the masks that other people made you wear. God did not make you to hide your whole life. You were born to be so bright that even your enemies would need sunglasses to look at you. That brightness is now being lit up again. It starts early in the morning. It has one sentence at the beginning. You are the first step. It's time to stop telling riddles and let me speak clearly. A family member has kept a secret so deep that even their shadow is afraid to speak out about it. This woman who talks on today, whether you know her by blood or only barely, will do so because heaven woke her up. She was having trouble sleeping. She was having trouble breathing. Her spirit was tense. Heaven spoke to her and said, "Talk to the chosen one, that's you. You've always been there." When she talks, your ears might ring. If your eyes start to water for no reason, that's your sign. You see, spiritual truths aren't always easy to find. They sound like echo. They shake. They change the way you feel. And Archangel Michael is telling everything that could be a distraction to leave as soon as this meeting starts, because it can't be stopped. It shouldn't be changed. God is taking back what was taken from your soul. The key that opens it will be this woman's voice. When God starts to give you back what was taken away, He also shows you clear, honest steps to take so that peace can fill every part of your life. As your parent, I can see the trouble you've been having, the stress you feel about money, the worries that stay in the background, and the times when you don't know what to do next. Peace is already on its way because you've been asking for it. You're not supposed to stay scared. You should move forward every day with a plan, faith, and clear steps. So, a simple system has been set up in front of you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system. Each day, this system will give you a focused prayer, a small financial action, and clear direction to help you move forward. There is no stress or confusion. There is only steady progress toward peace and stability. Today is the day to take the first step toward making things better if you feel ready. This could be the start of a big change in your life. The link is in the description and in the comments that have been pinned below. The complete guide, every daily prayer, every spiritual tool, everything I've put together to help you grow your faith is down in the description. It's called the Daily Miracle Manual. Now, stay right here with me because as this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to our saved souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. As you move forward, keep your spiritual eyes open for more signs that this restoration has already begun. Some people may be against you right now. That's not a mistake. An old force tries to pull you back every time you're about to make a big step forward. They whisper lies, they cause trouble. They suddenly come back from the past and act like they need to settle things. But pay attention, my love. You don't have to make peace with someone who broke your peace. There is only one person you should be loyal to, the new you that God is making. In that form, she's stronger. He knows more. There is no longer a need for validation. The revelation is in them. You are no longer the scared kid. You are the one who tells the truth, changes the family tree, and causes a spiritual earthquake. And at 6:33 a.m., when it does, the spiritual bell will ring and heaven will say, "My child heard it." That is a sign of honor in and of itself. It means God has more faith in you than you have in yourself. The woman's voice will shake. Even though her eyes won't meet yours, she will give birth, because the angels won't let her rest until she does. God is telling you this ahead of time for a reason. Because He wants you to be ready, not scared. He doesn't want you to avoid the truth, because it makes you feel bad. He wants you to be still and think about who you are. They prayed that someone like you would be born, the one who could heal what other people hurt. If you pray with fire, and if you speak with oil. And don't fall over when you hear what is said at that time. Get up. Don't fight back. Take back. Do not hide. Stand your ground. A divine army is all around you. I, Archangel Michael, want you to know that you were made for this, even though it may feel like this truth is too much for you. If your soul wasn't ready for the awakening, heaven wouldn't have planned it. The mood in the room will change, and you'll notice it before she even speaks. There's a chance the air will feel thicker. It's possible that your room will be less noisy than usual. An alarm clock might go off too soon, or the birds might stop singing for a while. That's the spiritual world getting ready to meet. Archangel Michael is already sending angels to protect you. They're standing in places where you used to be scared. They can't wait to see this happen, because your story has reached a divine chapter that turns the page. The lies will die before dawn. There are no secrets that go past dawn. There is now more than just exposure to happen. There is now exchange as well. God is trading your confusion for clarity, your sadness for a clear picture, and your loneliness for a new understanding. And He's doing it through a single human moment that will last forever. The words will be carried by that woman. But you were picked to bring about the change. Now you might be wondering why. Why did I not know this before? But kid, in the kingdom of heaven, timing is everything. God puts off things that your heart isn't ready to hold. He hides things to keep people safe, not to punish them. He waits not because He doesn't care about you, but because He's working behind the scenes in ways you can't see yet. It's now 6:33 a.m. All of those layers fall away like the sun breaking through a stormy sky. You didn't miss your chance. You were not skipped. You were being kept safe. Because you might have turned down this truth if it had come to you sooner. You may have run. But now you're steady. You've been hurt enough to know what it's like to get better. You've been lied to enough times to know what real presence is. You have been quiet for so long that I can hear God's voice, even if it's just a whisper. Child, you will hear more than just her voice when she talks. You'll hear your name. In heaven, there is a book with your name written in gold. There are times on every page when you cried and no one saw. Every silent tear you shed has been written down. It didn't go to waste. God didn't forget how they made you feel when they ignored them. He didn't ignore you when you forgive Him without asking for forgiveness first. Now, as a reward for your kindness, He is sending you truth. What this woman says is not a coincidence. The divine has given it to you. Your family has had a spiritual door locked for years or even generations. What she said is the key that will open it. Some people will run, some will bow, and some will act like they didn't hear it when that door opens. You, my child, will get through it. You'll be able to see things more clearly, and your spirit will rise with a strength that doesn't make sense to people who don't believe. No one will need to tell you what to do. At first, you might be mad. Okay, that's fine. Don't hide how you feel. Heaven doesn't want you to hide what is good in you. Being angry is not a sin. That's a sign. What you do with it is important. It should burn the old ideas, not the people. Let it help you see things more clearly, not make you nicer. Let it go up and down like a wave. You'll feel lighter when it goes away. Because you kid, this isn't about getting even. It's about letting go. You're not here to punish people. You're here to start over. You are getting the plans from God to fix what was broken. That woman is just the start. She is the shaking. But you are the architect. You are the one who will pick out the stones and put them in the right place. Right now, Archangel Michael is putting a sword of discernment in your spirit, not to attack, but to separate good from bad, truth from lies, and freedom from government rule. If the people you thought you could trust the most start to feel like strangers after this, don't be shocked. God's truth has that kind of power. It does more than just show what was hidden. It shows who is hiding. Masks start to fall off, not because of fights, but because of divine light. God doesn't scream the truth. That whisper is so loud it makes your bones shake. And you, kid, will feel that shaking. It's not that you're weak, but that your soul is changing. Do you remember that you prayed for clarity? Your prayer was, please just show me who is real. Now he is answering you in a voice you can understand, not through signs or symbols. A voice that won't lie, even if it shakes. That woman, heaven is telling her what to say. Her truth is the light of heaven. You'll never be lost in a storm again once you hear it. You'll take firm steps. It will light up your way. You will be able to tell who is walking with you and who is following you behind you with a dagger. After this, you might want to question everything. You might ask, was the story of my childhood false? Was everything just a dream? No, kid. Even though your experiences were real, what other people wouldn't say about them made it harder for you to understand them. You weren't crazy. You were left in the dark. But now God is making things clear. This is more than just a revelation. It is rebuilding. It's like your whole life has been a puzzle with pieces that are missing. Now, though, the picture is starting to come together. What you see won't just tell you about the past either. It will help keep your future safe. You will no longer doubt yourself. You will no longer feel bad about feeling things before they happen. You will no longer call dead plants family and water them. Your eyes and voice will get stronger, and your spirit will grow so strong that not even your enemies will dare to go there. They didn't want you to have clarity, so you'll carry it with you. Let me talk about the pain you've been hiding from everyone. The weight in your chest, the sleepless nights, the times when you felt like you had to fake laughter and conversations that didn't mean anything. Heaven saw everything, every false smile, every gut feeling you didn't act on, and every time you sat in silence to keep the peace in rooms that were already broken. At this point, my beloved, God is ending the act. He's giving peace a chance instead of performance. The truth that woman tells will be the spark that starts the fire. The real you will rise from the ashes, not the one they shaped, not the one who hid to keep the peace, but the version God wrote about before anyone tried to change your name. As you rise, don't hold grudges against those who came before you. Be respectful as you look back, because every wound you have shows that you were strong enough to live through the war they pretended didn't happen. After she talks, there will be silence, a holy kind of quiet. It's okay if you don't answer right away. Feel the truth deep inside you. Feel it in your chest. Allow it to move around in your memory and help you figure out what was real and what was not. This is not the kind of truth that makes you want to do something. It needs to be changed. Do not hurry to fix anything. Don't ask everyone what they think. Do not turn to social media or a friend to feel better. Take a seat, do not move. In the quiet that comes after, listen for God's voice. He will speak. He will say yes. He will lead. You'll know when he does it. Not a sound, but it felt like I knew, like the first light of dawn. Also, you don't need a clock to understand that it's morning. You'll feel better after reading this. In that stillness, my beloved, your soul will whisper, finally, and you'll start to heal the parts of yourself that have never had a name. You will notice that your heart starts beating differently once the silence ends and the dust of revelation starts to settle. The way you stand, walk, and maybe even smile will be the same, but you'll feel like an old part of you has been freed. Yes, it has. It's not just information you're getting. You're going through a spiritual release. God isn't showing you this to punish you or make other people look bad. You had to find out the truth before it was too late, so He's showing you. Before you unintentionally passed it on, before you let the next generation take on the same confusion, cycles, and emotional debts. You, my love, are the one who breaks chains, not the one who keeps secrets. You may have caught what runs in your family, but it only goes to you. You were born with the skills to fix what's broken. And heaven has been waiting for this very moment to give you the tools. You might start to see small sacred signs, like the same numbers coming up over and over again. There was no wind to carry that feather. Dreams that whisper, flickering lights, or the sudden recollection of someone you haven't thought about in years. Don't brush them off. This is a spiritual confirmation. These signs are being lined up by Archangel Michael so that you know you are not going through this alone. Step by step, forces much stronger than your pain are leading you. Anything that makes your hands or voice shake, or your mind wonder about everything won't stop what God has already set free. You have been chosen for this moment. It won't matter if other people try to downplay it, ignore it, or trash the message. Real truth doesn't need to be agreed upon. It's strong without applause. One willing heart is all it takes. You have that heart, my child. This woman who talks at 6:33 a.m., she might not even know how hurtful what she says is. She might think that by doing this, she is just letting go of something or clearing her mind. But what she says will come at just the right time. Heaven will hit you with her lips like a violin does with its strings. She won't break you, but she will heal you, and the air may feel heavy around you at that time. Your heart might hurt, you might cry or feel nothing. The veil will lift after that, though, and all of a sudden, the weight you've been carrying will make sense. You'll understand why you got tired around some people, why your energy was never as strong as theirs, why you had to hide your happiness just to keep the peace. As soon as you hear her truth, everything they tried to tie you up in will come loose like a knot that's been waiting for the right hands to loosen it. It won't just loosen, it will go away. People close to you might feel something different, even if they don't know what it is. Some people will feel uncomfortable around you, not because you're doing something wrong, but because they feel threatened by how clear you are. Don't get smaller. Don't say anything. Wise people don't owe small minds anything. Allow them to look. Allow them to talk. Let them be curious. You've been quiet for long enough to make other people feel at ease. That time of year is over. This truth will do more than just help you stand. It will help you split up. Stay away from people who only love the broken version of you. Keep yourself away from people who were determined to misunderstand you. Keep your distance from people who used silence as a weapon and manipulation as a cover. And once you can see clearly and your spirit is filled with revelation, even those who tried to dim your light will have to admit they couldn't stop what God started. When you let go of what was hidden and let it live in the light, your body will start to respond with a freedom it didn't know it wanted. You'll wake up in a different way. Your skin will feel like it can breathe again, and you're not making that up. That's the end. Your body has been holding on to things your mind didn't understand for years, putting memories to rest, ignoring feelings, and not answering questions. But now that the truth is coming out, your body can finally let go of the weight of pretending. Don't smile when your heart is hurting. Stop being quiet just to keep the peace. Don't agree to things that your soul has quietly told you not to. This is the holy moment of being freed. As God lets go of what has been weighing you down, He may also show you a simple, honest way to make your daily life peaceful, clear, and stable again. I can see how much weight you've been carrying, my child. The worries you don't talk about money, the stress, and the nights when your mind won't shut off. Peace has come to you because you prayed for it. You are not supposed to be scared and confused on this journey. You should have faith, be clear, and know what to do every day. That's why a simple path has been set out for you, a 30-day system for faith and money breakthrough. You will be given a gentle prayer, a simple money step, and clear instructions every day to help you get back in charge. There is nothing too much or too complicated. Just steady, small steps that lead to peace and stability. Start today if your heart says it's time. Do not wait any longer. The link is in the title and in the comments that have been pinned below. Now, don't be afraid of the empty space this release makes. Heaven is getting ready to fill it with truth, love, and alignment. The moment heaven says, "I saw what they didn't say. I saw what they made you carry. And now, child, I will remove it from your chest. And as it leaves, don't fear the emptiness. That space is being made for truth, for love, for alignment. You will begin to hear your own voice differently. Where once you whispered to be accepted, you will now speak with authority because you've been validated by God Himself. The woman who tells you this truth may shake, she may cry, she may even pause mid-sentence, but what she says is not hers alone. It belongs to the generations that came before and the healing of generations yet to come. When she speaks, listen with your spirit, not just your ears. Because even the parts that hurt are part of the holy process. And when that final word leaves her lips, something invisible in the atmosphere will shift. You may not see it, but you'll feel it. A divine permission being handed to your soul. Permission to break patterns. Permission to rewrite identity. Permission to remember yourself as God always saw you before the world started covering you with lies. You are not just hearing the truth. You are being called back to yourself. Don't let fear borrow your thoughts after this revelation. The enemy would love for you to panic. He'd love for you to overthink and spiral into doubt. But you've already survived worse than this. You've already walked through fires no one saw, and you didn't just survive, you grew. This moment is not a crisis. It's a confirmation. That still strong part of you, the one that's always known there was something off, is finally being told you were right. God never created you to live confused. That was the world's doing. That was the result of people too scared to tell the truth and too prideful to admit it. But God is not afraid of your honesty. In fact, He delights in it. And now that He's brought the truth to your doorstep, He is watching to see if you'll do what those before you couldn't receive it. Rise from it and redeem everything that tried to bury you. And you will. I see it already. I, Archangel Michael, see the fire reigniting in your eyes. It is faint right now, but steady. It has been lit by the hands of heaven. You are becoming someone you've never met before, but have always been destined to become. And yes, it will feel lonely at first. Truth-tellers often walk alone, but only for a little while, because once your frequency shifts, your circle will too. People who carry the same light will start appearing. You'll meet others who've walked through darkness and made it out glowing. You'll recognize souls that feel like home, not because they want something from you, but because they see you. And in that space, you'll begin to live. Not to prove anything, not to fight every battle, but to breathe as someone who is finally whole. Someone who no longer needs permission to be real. Someone who woke up at 6:33 a.m. and never went back to sleep. Soon you'll begin noticing the way people look at you has changed. Some with awe, others with envy, and a few with quiet fear. Not because you've become someone harsh, but because you've become someone clear. Clarity, child, is powerful. When people can no longer manipulate you through confusion, they try to withdraw their affection. But don't chase anyone who cannot stand beside the truth. Let them go. If their loyalty depended on your silence, they were never loyal to begin with. And now that you carry truth as your mantle, you must walk like one who has been crowned by heaven. Hold your head high, not in arrogance, but in awareness. The awareness that you survived the lies, outgrew the games, and stood through storms that tried to break your bloodline in half. That woman's words will do more than speak truth. They will resurrect your divine authority. And when that authority rises in you, the ground beneath you will know it. So will the spirits around you. You'll begin to feel how much lighter your soul becomes. There will be no announcement, no dramatic moment. But one morning you'll rise and realize the fear is gone. The anxiety that once followed you from room to room has loosened its grip. The second guessing, the walking on eggshells, the nights lying awake replaying conversations, it will all begin to fade. That's not just healing. That's deliverance, because the moment truth touches your soul, demons lose access. They can no longer haunt what has been exposed to the light. Even the inner critic you've carried, the voice that says, maybe it's your fault, could be that you're too sensitive. Maybe you misunderstood. That voice will grow quieter. You'll hear it trying to rise again, but it won't land. Because now you know. Now you see. And what you see you can never unsee. And what God has shown you, no one on this earth has the authority to erase. Some may call you dramatic. Others may ask why you're making such a big deal out of something so small. But don't listen to them. They are not the ones who carried confusion in their chest every night. They were not the ones who begged God for confirmation through signs, through dreams, through anything that made sense. They were not the ones who suffered silently so others could pretend everything was fine. You know the cost of clarity. You know the price of peace. So don't let anyone cheapen your awakening. This is your moment, your sacred breakthrough. And while it may be quiet to the world, it is thunder to heaven. Angels are rejoicing. Generational chains are being ripped apart. Ancestral wounds are receiving salve for the first time in decades. And you, my child, are the vessel that carried it all through. Do not apologize for the truth. Stand in it like a throne. Speak from it like scripture. Let it clothe you like holy fire. This woman, remember her, may fade from your daily life. She may not stay long. She may not even know the full impact of what she revealed, but honor her for her courage. Even if her truth came late, even if it felt broken, even if it cost you something to hear, because she was heaven's courier, and without her words, the chain could not have been broken. So, forgive where you need to bless what you must. Release what no longer fits in your healed life. You don't need to control the outcome. You don't need to force the next step. God already has it written. The moment her voice entered your timeline, the divine clock restarted. And what was delayed will now be delivered. What was buried will now be brought forth. What was blocked will now be broken open. You are not walking into the same life you came from. You are walking into a promised one. And this time you'll walk with full eyes. You may not realize it at first, but doors are already opening in the spirit because of this. Silent doors, hidden doors, ones that were invisible to you until this moment of truth came and adjusted your vision. God doesn't just show you truth to free your heart. He shows you truth to align your path. Watch how certain conversations shift, how people begin to distance themselves, not because of you, but because your light has started revealing their shadows. That's not your burden to carry. You were never called to dim yourself so others feel more comfortable in darkness. This clarity is going to magnetize new things toward you. Aligned opportunities, pure, hearted people, favor that no one can explain. What was once stuck will now move with ease. What once resisted you will begin to make room for you. That is what truth does. It doesn't just unlock people's stories. It unlocks your own destiny. You'll notice how quickly the atmosphere around you changes. You'll walk into places and feel the shift before you speak. That's because the spirit of discernment is now fully active in you. It's no longer a quiet whisper. You'll feel it like a full-body awareness. Your energy will no longer tolerate dishonesty. Even subtle lies will feel sharp. You'll spot manipulation from a distance. You'll no longer ignore the tightness in your chest when someone smiles too sweetly, but their spirit says otherwise. That's not paranoia. It's protection. Archangel Michael has sharpened your spirit as a divine weapon, and you are not meant to ignore your instincts anymore. God did not anoint you to be silent in rooms that rob your peace. He called you to rebuild your life around truth, not tolerance, around light, not illusion. And because of that, heaven is clearing out every space, every soul, every situation that once fed off your spiritual blindness. You might begin receiving unexpected messages, an apology, a confession, a quiet admittance from someone who once denied your truth. Don't respond with revenge. You are not who you used to be. Your healing has made you holy, not hostile. Let God vindicate you. Let heaven correct what man confused. And while you're watching it unfold, stay grounded in gratitude. Gratitude that you made it here. Gratitude that the truth didn't destroy you, it resurrected you. Because that's what this really is. Not an ending, but a resurrection. You are not just healing from deception. You are being reborn into clarity, into spiritual authority, into a life that's no longer being built on shaky ground. You are laying foundations now with bare hands, bloodline wisdom, and divine stone. And once those foundations are set, nothing, no gossip, no secret, no manipulation can tear it down again. You are building with God now, and He does not deal in collapse. He deals in covenant. Don't be surprised if your body starts releasing old pain. That aching back, those migraines, the anxiety in your chest, it was never just physical. Your body was a vault of the unspoken. But now that the truth has arrived, your nervous system will finally begin to trust you. It will no longer have to brace itself for betrayal. No longer have to tighten with fear when someone walks into a room. No longer have to stay alert for spiritual danger. Your body will learn safety again. Your breath will deepen. Your voice will change. Your posture will shift. You'll look in the mirror and see someone who's no longer surviving but returning to their divine design, returning to joy that isn't borrowed, returning to purpose that isn't manufactured. And through it all, God will continue whispering to you in moments no one sees. This is the child I've waited to restore. You will start to notice how quickly things begin to shift in your favor. Not because you begged, not because you forced anything, but because heaven has authorized it. What was once held back by deception is now released because truth has cleared the path. That business idea you kept doubting, God is going to breathe on it. That financial breakthrough you've prayed for in silence, it's coming. Not in small, trickling amounts, but in unexpected, overwhelming streams. There's a harvest stored up for you that was delayed, not denied, because God refused to place it into hands that were still unsure of who they were. But now your identity has awakened. You're no longer begging to be seen. You know who you are. You know who your Father is. And He is not just giving you back what was stolen. He is multiplying it, wrapping it in peace, and planting it in places where no enemy can uproot it. And child, this favor is not just about money or moments of ease. It's about placement. God is placing you in rooms where your name has already been whispered with reverence. People will begin to mention you in conversations you've never attended. They'll speak of your resilience. They'll marvel at your strength. They'll reference your name in rooms of influence, not because you asked, but because heaven marked you as unignorable. And you'll walk in not to perform, but to stand in purpose. You will no longer be the one begging for a seat. You will be the one bringing the table. And those who once dismissed you will have no choice but to watch what God is doing. Don't try to explain it. Don't try to apologize for it. Just receive it. You earned this favor through fire, silence, and spiritual war. Now let it crown you. This is your Esther moment. Chosen, seen, and positioned for divine impact. There will also be restoration in places you thought were permanently broken. A relationship that went cold may warm again, not to return as it was, but to redeem what was never said. A door you closed with tears may gently open again, not to pull you backward, but to prove that healing has been completed. But here's the truth, beloved. You don't need anyone's return to feel whole. You don't need their confession to walk in freedom. If they come back, let it be grace. But if they don't, let it be clarity. Either way, you will rise. And in your rising, God will gather everything you lost along the way. Every dropped dream, every missed opportunity, every fragment of your once shattered heart, and place it all back in your hands, restored, refined, and resurrected. You won't even recognize yourself. And that's a good thing, because the version of you that's emerging now is the one that was buried beneath years of spiritual dust. You may even find yourself laughing again. Real unguarded laughter. The kind that bubbles up without force, without guilt. Because finally joy will feel safe. Peace won't feel like a setup. And love, oh child, love will stop feeling like a test you have to pass. You won't keep waiting for the other shoe to drop. You won't keep looking over your shoulder to see who's pretending. That woman's truth didn't just uncover the past. It cleared the air so your future could breathe. You'll sleep better. You'll love better. You'll create, speak, dance, and decide without fear of disappointing people who were never committed to your growth. Because now your loyalty has returned to its rightful place, God, truth, purpose, and yourself. You are not selfish. You are finally centered. And there is nothing more dangerous to the kingdom of darkness than a chosen one who no longer doubts their worth. So walk forward now, beloved, with your head lifted, your spirit clear, and your heart anchored in truth. What God has awakened within you can never be silenced again. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.